Hello, it's Phillip Taylor speaking from Richmond Green Chambers, and this morning I'm looking at a book from Edward Elgar Publishing Limited, who are a family business publishing academic books of a high academic standard, which is of great value, of course, to the international academic community. This morning I'm looking at this book, which is quite a heavy one. It's called Research Handbook on International Competition Law. That's the front. And that's the back, and it's been edited by Ariel, Ezrachi, if I've pronounced the name correctly. I do apologise if I haven't. It runs to nearly 600 pages, so it's quite a big book, and it's got a detailed index at the back. Then you've got a whole series of chapters with this particular publication. Let's find one that's suitable. This is a chapter on competition law itself. When looking at enforcement in the pharmaceutical industry. What you've got here is the standard footnotes at the bottom, and you have a slightly different setup where you've got actual subheadings covering the detail. But you can see, just taking the middle of it, there's a lot of detail, especially with the footnoting. And at the front, of course, you've got a contents page there, which is very detailed. Then you've got the list of contributors, because there are a large number of people involved in this book, and an important preface right at the beginning from Ariel, Ezrachi. Then you've got legal tables, which are extremely helpful, I think, going for some length. And then you get into the actual structure of the book itself, and obviously it starts with setting the scene, then runs through. So as I say, it's a heavy book. I'm not going to give too detailed review this morning. My wife Elizabeth and I have written this book and given it the title Competition Law and the Dynamics of International Cooperation and National Enforcement, discussed in 22 learned articles. And that's basically what you've got in the individual chapters. And some 30 leading scholars, academics and practitioners have contributed 22 formidably thoughtful and readable articles in this scholarly and topical book on competition law. Now, we've written a detailed review of this book, which is well worth reading. As I've said, the book contains an extensive, thoroughly researched and meticulously footnoted selection of articles designed to deliver much of the latest insights and perspectives on competition law worldwide. So let me conclude by saying, as trade inevitably creeps across borders in a continually shrinking world, this book should be of abiding interest to competition lawyers everywhere, as well as scholars, academics and competition officials, and of course policymakers in trading nations. The subject matter is international, and so is the book's utility and appeal. So thank you to the editor and to the contributors, and of course to Edward Elgar. Thank you, bye bye.